Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. After learning that Sidwell was detaining 3 U.S. citizens at the WSB station, Brennan coordinated a drone strike. Colette asked Brennan what would happen if the UN found out and informed him he wasn't permitted. Brennan added that although he would admit that she had attempted to stop him, he would go to The Hague and face war crimes charges. Carly attempted to eat dinner with Sonny. Their arguments kept her too preoccupied. When Carly called Brennan, she was informed that he was unavailable due to work. Carly said she had to leave Sonny. Reluctantly, Carly pushed herself to give Sonny's cheek a quick kiss before heading out of sight. Martin went into the eatery and made his way to the bar. Sonny approached Martin and inquired about her sighting of Alexis. Martin stated that Alexis was managing, but he was unable to disclose to Sonny their legal plan. Martin was being paid by Sonny to go above and above. "That's the game plan," stated Martin. Diane and Robert ate dinner on the terrace. She informed him about her encounter with Jack Brennan and the necessity of chasing him out of Carly. Diane was forewarned by Robert about Brennan's might and danger. While he acknowledged that Diane was a formidable opponent, he thought she may have found her equal in Brennan. Admire B&B, Days, General Hospital, or other soap operas. Participate in the discussion on our SC boards. To interact with fans and start a conversation right now, click this link. Lucy's mouth dropped upon seeing Sonny and Carly together across the restaurant. Afterwards, she informed Natalia about Sonny's attempt to reconcile with Carly after his return from Nixon Falls. While she engaged in talk, Sonny moved closer to their table. He requested to speak with his business associate. After gathering her belongings, Lucy gave Sonny a seat. Lucy noticed Martin in the bar as she was walking away. When she came to greet him, he explained that he was speaking on behalf of Alexis. Lucy figured he was too busy to give her a call. Martin claimed to have changed, but the new him was no more interested in hanging out with her than the previous one. "Ever? How are you able to tell me that?" Lucy pondered. "Amazingly effortlessly," remarked Martin. Knowing when to give up on something is one of the benefits of self-improvement, he informed Lucy. Martin added, "Give my best to Scott Baldwin," and turned to leave. Diane questioned where Carly was as she walked over to Natalia and Sonny's table. She dragged Sonny away and gave him a hard time for not being able to do as she was told. Sonny claimed that he had no control over Carly's urge to depart. Diane reminded him, "Your alibi depends on your freedom. You need to know, without a doubt, that Carly will not let me down," remarked Sonny. Natalia questioned Sonny about his relationship with Carly when they were back at the table. Despite his claims to the contrary, Sonny maintained that Carly will always be a part of his life. Natalia stated she didn't judge people because she had her own issues. Sonny claimed he didn't back down from a challenge. Natalia was worried about tying personal and professional threads together and falling for men who were already seeing another woman. Cody thought Tracy was going to fire Sasha when she saw him and Sasha sharing a kiss in the stables. When Tracy revealed how she felt at the boathouse, it took them both by surprise. Tracy stated she'd come to the regrettable realization that she was acting inappropriately. "I don't always agree with my family. That's the cost I bear for maintaining my sanity," Tracy remarked. She went on to say that she was taken aback to find Cody's family laughing and crying together, and she overreacted. "I won't bore you with the details of my self-awareness, but I was wrong, and I am sorry," Tracy responded. Tracy was making Sasha and Cody nervous, but they still liked her. Tracy was informed by Cody that her perception of her family's discord was overstated. Although Tracy suggested they obtain a room with a lock, she believed they made a great couple. Felicia inquired about Lulu's condition from Elizabeth at the hospital. "Lulu was running out of time," Elizabeth said. Felicia inquired as to Elizabeth's thoughts on Lucky going back home. Elizabeth explained that although she hadn't resolved her feelings, she would make time for Aiden to get to know Lucky while he was there. All she wanted was to avoid having to pick up the pieces. Felicia remembered how long it had taken her to move on from Frisco and sympathized with Elizabeth. Elizabeth claimed that Epiphany was the one who taught her to walk one foot in front of the other. Elizabeth remarked, "I found myself, but I don't think Lucky ever did that." Jason and Anna hugged each other in their cell at the facility while sobbing over their impending deaths. As the soldiers moved in, Jason began to plant a kiss on Anna. As they were being led from the cell, a security remarked, "I hope you two are saying goodbye." Jason attempted to combat the other two guards, but they were outmatched as Anna attacked one of them. Jason and Anna were led outside the structure by the guards, who then ordered them to kneel. Drones struck just as Jason and Anna were set to be executed. Two of the guards fled while one was killed by the explosion. Jason and Anna took the deceased guard's firearms and unlocked their handcuffs with his handcuff keys. After that, they returned to the building in search of Lucky. While Lucky unchained his ankle, Holly was able to steal Sidwell's revolver and aim it at him. Holly's gun was knocked out of her grasp by Sidwell. Sidwell was jumped on by Lucky and Holly. Sidwell called Lucky's bluff by holding a knife to Holly even though Lucky was able to reclaim the gun. Holly was able to escape as Lucky lowered the rifle. As Sidwell suffocated Lucky, he pleaded for her assistance, but Sidwell said Holly had abandoned Lucky to perish. Lucky was being overpowered by Sidwell, but Jason knocked him out. Lucky told Jason to just leave Sidwell even though Jason was going to kill him. They ran outdoors after stealing Sidwell's rifle. When a jeep abruptly pulled up at them, they were unsure of which way to go. "Don't just stand there, get in!" From behind the wheel, Holly screamed. Lucky, Jason, and Anna clambered into the jeep. Holly was directed to drive to the airfield by Anna. Brennan showed Carly why he was too busy to answer her phone when she stormed into his office. He had drone strikes at the property captured on satellite pictures. "I heard that your buddies required assistance. I only hope I was able to assist them in time," he uttered. Brennan learned that a jet was carrying 4 people. Carly remarked, "I don't know anything about a fourth." Brennan informed her that although they were in forbidden territory, the skilled pilot would make every effort to bring them to safety. Jason informed Lucky on the plane that Isaiah was the reason they had located him. Holly was appreciated by Anna for not abandoning them. Holly expressed her desire to avoid being the one to inform Robert of Anna's passing. Holly grinned and continued, "Also, I doubt the WSB would have let me on the plane without you." Lucky was informed by Anna that there were other people searching for him. Carly was informed by Brennan that the aircraft had just entered international airspace and would touch down in New York early the following day. Carly hugged him and thanked Brennan, tears welling up in her eyes. Sidwell ordered his guards to obtain a car at the property so he could pursue Holly. While keeping vigil in Lulu's hospital room, Carly assured her that assistance was on its way. Before long, Brennan was at the door informing her that the African crew had made a safe landing. Brennan said they were a great team after Carly thanked him. At the nurses' station came Lucky and Jason. Without delay, Lucky identified himself as Lulu's sibling. Portia grabbed Lucky right away so she could test his liver. Portia answered Lucky directly when he inquired about Lulu's condition. "Her condition is deteriorating, and we're running out of time," Portia stated. After taking Lucky's blood, Portia explained that they wanted to see if his liver fit the requirements for a transplant and, if so, if he was a match for Lulu. Lucky was evaluated by Portia to make sure he was in good enough physical shape to donate a portion of his liver. Lucky surprised Jason near the elevators when the exams were over and he was amazed that he was truly home. The men discussed the difficulty they had, as well as their loved ones, in going back to Port Charles. Prefer other soap operas over General Hospital, B&B, or Days? Come discuss with us on our SC boards. To engage in conversation and interact with fans, click this link right now. After exiting the elevator, Carly gave Lucky a quick hug. She told him that she had tried to contact Laura and Kevin but had not been successful in doing so. Lucky acknowledged receiving Carly's email regarding Bobby's passing and expressed regret for not responding sooner. Silently, Lucky entered Lulu's chamber, gave her a kiss, and let her know he was there. Then he had a flashback of when he was younger and chatting with Lulu. I was absent when you most needed me, despite my pledge to look after you. I was too busy hiding in Africa or Ireland. I convinced myself that everything was going well for me, but you and I both know that I was only hiding and running. Carly and Jason reconciled after Portia took Lucky to meet Lulu. Jason didn't say much, but Carly was just relieved that he and Lucky were back home and secure. When Jason brought up Holly, Carly was taken aback. Carly remarked, "That's a name I did not expect to hear." Jason filled Carly in on all of Holly's assistance. "If Holly didn't love Luke so much, we'd probably all be dead," Jason stated. Carly was ecstatic to hear that she and Brennan were rescued by her friendship when Jason came to the part about the drone strike. Carly insisted she wasn't working with Brennan even if Jason wasn't pleased about it. Carly should not have trusted Brennan, Jason cautioned. Aiden was set down by Elizabeth to hear of Lucky's return. When she asked Aiden if he felt happy that his father was returned, he wasn't sure. "It's been a while since I've heard anything from him. Every time, I was the first to send an email to see if he would get in touch with me. I once let it go for 5 months," Aiden said. According to Aiden, he was happy that Lucky was returning and did not despise him. "It is not as if he is returning to get me. He's here to assist Aunt Lulu," stated Aiden. Aiden questioned whether his father would simply assist Lulu and depart once more, and he wasn't even positive he would see Lucky. Elizabeth was certain it wouldn't take place. Although Aiden acknowledged that their relationship would be awkward, he insisted that hanging out with Lucky would be fine. Elizabeth was asked if Aiden was like Lucky before he left for school. As for being compared to Elizabeth, he stated he preferred it. "It's true, and I might get called a mama's boy for saying it. I'm content to be my mother's son," Aiden remarked. Terry arrived by after Aiden left to let Elizabeth know that Lucky was at the hospital. "Is Lucky okay?" Elizabeth inquired. "He seemed like he'd been through some stuff," Terry commented. Lucky's reappearance was discussed by Elizabeth and Terry, who both admitted that Lucky was essentially a stranger. Terry was informed by Elizabeth that when she heard Lucky's voice on the phone, she felt something for the person he was, not necessarily the man Lucky was now. Elizabeth thought Lucky would take off soon. Lulu recovered. Lucky entered Bobby's, where Elizabeth was enjoying coffee, right before Terry arrived back at the hospital and heard from a relieved Portia that Luke was a match for Lulu. Relieved to finally be home, Anna settled down on the couch to unwind. "What are you doing, Devane?" she asked herself as she swiftly flashed back to kissing Jason. Felicia entered the room to pry into Anna's thoughts, but she could tell her companion was preoccupied. Felicia didn't buy Anna's attempts at an apology, even if she claimed to be exhausted. "I must hear the entire story of that excursion, beginning to end." "All the details," Felicia remarked. After telling Felicia everything that had occurred in the casino, Anna shocked Felicia by revealing that Holly was Sidwell's girlfriend. Felicia found it impressive that Holly had put herself in danger for Jason and Anna. The rest of the narrative was told to Felicia by Anna. Felicia expressed her gratitude to Jason for supporting Anna at her moment of despair. Felicia made the observation that Jason had comforted Robin when she was a teenager, and it made her expect he had also comforted Anna. Felicia wondered too if it was a coincidental drone strike that had spared them all. Holly was standing there as James opened the door. James recalled her, which startled Holly. Mac was surprised to see Holly when he entered the room and he let her in. Although Mac informed her that Robert wasn't present, she was still expecting to locate him and surprise him. Holly was asked to stay there until Mac returned from taking James to school. After being by herself, Holly made an enigmatic phone call to discuss ice. When Mac came back, he saw Holly had poured some champagne. Holly and Mac took their time catching up. When Mac revealed he had a son, Holly was taken aback. Ethan's mother, Holly, gave Mac an update, saying that her son was out of trouble and doing splendidly. Mac was direct when Holly finally inquired about Robert's situation. Since leaving WSB, Robert has created a happy life for himself here. Mac remarked, "I'm afraid your visit will spoil it." Holly walked out, furious. Upon Brennan's arrival in his office, Robert asked him about the latest developments in Africa. Robert was given a detailed explanation by Brennan, but he cautioned him that if Sidwell was still alive, then nobody he had just saved was safe. Brennan responded to Robert's inquiry about the identity of the fourth passenger on the aircraft with a query. Brennan questioned, "How worried should I be about Holly Sutton?" Robert said he'd check with Holly and get back to Brennan, but he didn't have an answer. After Brennan departed, Holly tried to knock on Robert's office door, but she gave up and walked out. Apologizing for being late, Nina entered Curtis's office. After giving Curtis's suit a quick glance, she expressed her admiration for his new appearance. Curtis kept Nina informed about the distributors of Crimson being all business. Discussions immediately shifted to Drew's campaign. Nina just burst into tears. "Being with Drew as his campaign wife has been incredible," Nina remarked. What Nina meant by that was unclear to Curtis. As for Nina and Drew's relationship, Nina clarified that they were letting the public form their own opinions. "Sounds to me like you're devoting a lot of time and energy to someone who's just a friend," Curtis said. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.